Hello guys, sorry I've been not posting any videos up recently, but this is due to a clogged up ear and not having the time as well. I'm going to do a Minecraft one later, and I'm thinking about doing a Halo 4 because I actually do like the look of the game. Graphically it's beautiful, and we'll move on from that. I know I haven't been asked that question, but when I first started thinking about doing videos, it was going through my head, how do they do it? And so I want to share with you how I do it. First of all, you download a program called Fraps. This allows you to record off your desktop as well as games. And you do have to pay for it, because if you get the demo, I think you only get 3 minutes, or is it 30 seconds, something like that. It's pointless, so you will have to pay for it. This is basically, once you download it, it's easy to set up. It'll just install straight away, and you get yourself a little nice desktop icon right there, and that's basically it. You double click here. I'm using Fraps just now, so I'm not going to double click it because I've already double clicked it. So there's Fraps there. Down here, you can see it's recording. It's on red. So let's go through the general settings. General settings, how I have it set up. Now, because I'm recording the desktop, I've got it on here. Okay, but if I'm not recording the desktop and I'm recording the game, I untick this, because otherwise you're going to get hassles, and sometimes you're going to find out your video hasn't recorded. So better to always make sure this is unticked if you're just recording games. Alright, obviously you get the version that you've got, the build, and the blur email address, which will be blurred once I upload this video. Alright, this is basically, don't ask me what benchmarks is, I don't know, and I really don't use it. So I tend to just leave that as it is, and I just have that ticked. And I leave everything else as it is. If it's ticked, then I'll untick it. Alright, the hide overlay, this is, from what I can gather, if you put it there, you see these numbers there, they show your frame per second. You can move it over here, you can move it over there, which is now down at the bottom, and you can move it over here. I tend not to have it, so that's how I have my settings. Obviously you can mess around with it if you want to. So there you go. Yes, you can change the folder address to whatever you want. So basically this is my setup here, and how I have it. I never mess around with that. So the most important bit obviously is this bit, movies. So again, I don't change the address, but you can change it to wherever you want. You pick it up there and just blah blah blah. So if you are looking into doing this, and you obviously are computer literate, so I'm not going to go, oh, this is how you change and this is how you do this, because that's just silly. If you don't know anything about computers, avoid doing this until you do. It's quite simple. Now, if I remember rightly, the general settings for this is F9. I tend to use backspace. You also keep it at the default for video capture settings at 0.97 and full screen. I don't split my movies in every 4 GB neither, and all these are unticked. Right, and I don't change anything when I'm doing the games. Exactly how you see it is exactly how I record. Obviously Windows 7 sound is ticked, and the import, which would be your microphone, is selected. It's quite simple. If you don't have a good spec computer, then you probably want to go half screen for this. I don't use 60. It seems pointless because your video is going to be rendered down anyway once it starts popping onto YouTube. But if your spec isn't great, I'd go half size. So that's the general settings. Screenshots, basically, I think that says it for itself. Again, I'll just keep the address as it is. That's F10. I don't tick any of that. The only thing I did move is if you are going to use the screenshot features, don't use BMP. BMP is a huge file for an image. Avoid. If you really want, use the JPEG. I tend to like using PNG. That's still a big file, but then I do a lot of work in Photoshop, so that's the format I tend to use. But otherwise, JPEG is just fine if you just want to grab a few screenshots of anything. And that's it really, guys. So how do you record? Right, my advice to you, if you're playing games, have this off. Right, untick it. Start your game. When you start your game, press whatever that's set up to. So if you've left it at the general setting, which is F9, then press F9. Obviously I press backspace. When you finish your game, before closing it, press F9 if that's what you've got, or backspace, that's what I'm using, to end the video before you close the game down. And it's as simple as that. And then you just scroll to my computer, go to your C drive, go to Fraps, and there's all your folders, and there's a movie for later, which I'm going to show how to edit. And that's basically it. It's easy. It's really easy. It's just a lot of playing about. If you want to do your screenshots like this, screenshots your desktop, then obviously you go back into generals and you make sure that's ticked, and untick when you're going to play a game. Make sure the game is started first, then press the record, and then when you're finished playing, pause the game and then press record again to stop. And as for benchmarks, you'll have to search that. I don't know. As long as this bit's working, that's all that matters. And if you're into all this bit as well. So I hope that helps. I've just left it so you can see the settings really. And so that's what that is. Benchmarking, I don't have a clue. And that's how I record. That's the settings for it. So I hope that helps for anybody that's wanting to know how you do it. That's how you do it. So take care, guys.